Oh yeah. What the hell? What the hell?
What's up, everybody? Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't checked your calendar and find out what day of the month, I'm gonna remind you what it I was really chopping it up too. I was, I was really chopping it up. Hey man, if y'all don't know what it is, man, go ahead and look on the calendar. If you're not able to have a calendar, if you're not able to go to the bank and get a free calendar or go somewhere where they pass out free calendars, let me remind you that it is Grown Man Mondays. Everybody makes some noise. Live is content you're gonna get. We give you news, we give you sports, we give you just about everything you need to succeed in this life, this game of life. That's a never-ending race, huh? Because some of y'all are rabbits, but some of us are turtles. You understand what I'm saying? We still won, but we had to go through some stuff to get there. You understand what I'm saying? Can I get an amen? Hey, hello? No, nobody want to give an amen? Nobody want to give an amen? How y'all been, man? How y'all feeling? Huh? How y'all feeling?
What's up, man? How y'all week been going, bro?
Me, I'm trying to get my as another.
You trying to get your calendar?
Now, every time I cut my camera on, then it cut out by itself. But I'm here. My face. What they say? You want to see my face? You want to see my face, Jasper? You want to see my face? Who know what that is? Who know the movie that's talking about?
What's up, What's up, Esco?
He can't hear. I know that movie. I know that
He
one.
can hear, but he can't. He ain't got no sound bite. He can hear. He just don't have a sound bite.
Oh, he didn't have a sound bite. Yeah. Well, his sound must have been the
Yeah.
same freeze I was in last week because I'm live this week, y'all. I'm just telling you now. I couldn't get down like I wanted to get down. I've been waiting. Y'all can tell
Yeah.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting because I couldn't really get down like I wanted to. But today, y'all gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna fill it in. Yeah, you know I got everybody's back. I'm on fire. Somebody put the fire in the chat. Let's go, man. Welcome everybody. Get some time to come in here first. Everybody, go get you some.
Hey,
Go get you some little babies.
what he said? Y'all. Yeah. Yeah. What he said? Yeah, you was messing with me yesterday, and I ain't have time. But you go put your baby up and run me my fade, cause I got time today. Yeah. Yeah.
Put your
I
baby up
got
and
time
run me my
today.
face. I got time
That
today,
boy
man.
said,
Go
"Go
ahead.
put your baby up and run me my fade, bro."
Run
You
me
want to
my
play
face.
with my child? Oh no, nah. You would have got it. Trust me. Oh, you would have
Hey,
got it. It's
grown
Grown Man Mondays,
man
man.
Mondays, man. For some of y'all that you know,
Each and every Monday,
yeah,
right
I'm
here.
free, auntie.
Esco, come see me, Black Vato. You know what I'm saying? Strong black man here, man. Hey, happy Father's Day to everybody on the panel. Happy Father's Day to everybody that's a father. Happy Father's Day to the stepfathers, really. You feel me? First of all, then the real fathers, and then the fathers that's trying, and then the motherfuckers that ain't trying to be around. Fuck you, nickel.
Yeah.
I enjoy my
Yeah.
kids, nickel. Fuck wrong with you? Yeah, bust ass
On my
nigga, they a
mama.
blessing.
On my
They ain't
mama.
no
It
curse.
is
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
mama.
on my mama. Yeah, your baby.
On my mama. Yeah.
Your baby mama don't have to say it. There's some men out here that feel the same way too. Because it takes that drive and that strive as a man to stand still, man, for your fam, bro, regardless of the situation between you and the mother of that child. Hello, world.
Hello, world.
That don't matter to nothing you being in your child life. Come on, man.
Get him. Huh? Get him. Yeah.
There's laws in place for you to see your child. There's laws in place you can get your child. Can't no woman stop you, so don't use that no more. Bust ass straight up.
Huh.
For the one time. But anyways.
Throw them excuses away right now. If you got time right now, get up and go throw them excuses away. I want the algorithm. I'm saying I'm gonna get up and throw them excuses away. Get out. Yeah. You know, you want to know how I know this is powerful for the algorithm and for the people, you know? Because every week we go through something, man. It'd be one person, another person. Watch. I bet you his voice back now. Watch. It ain't back.
I am back.
There you go.
Yeah. Try to keep a black man down, man. What's going on, fellas?
Look, they can't stop him, though, huh?
Can't stop.
You can stump on a roach. You can stump on a roach and come back. That roach gone if you don't put it in the trash.
What's happening, fellas? What's going on with y'all? What's happening, fellas?
It's a good week to be black. You know, it's Juneteenth week. Feel the empowerment of your skin. You feel me? Of who you are as a Negro. You know what I mean? I feel like we should pay attention more of the Black History Month, just like Juneteenth week. But hey, that's just me talking, huh? I'm just saying, it's all for us. So take it all in.
I don't know about y'all, but down there where we from, we got to dance to go with the Juneteenth.
How the dance go?
You kind of lean forward and then you come back. One time on that, then you lean forward and then you come back like that. And then when you come forward, you say Juneteenth. You got to do your show. You got to shimmy and then come back with the lean. And then, yeah, you got to shimmy one good time. What's up, people? Shimmy, shimmer.
All I got to say is Juneteenth on the Thursday.
Say it.
Hey, Juneteenth on the Thursday. Take your black ass to work Friday. Stop playing. On my mama.
You got it. Ain't no excuse. I told you I throw your excuse in the trash.
So ain't no 4-day weekend.
Ain't none of that. None of that. Ain't no these companies like to celebrate Juneteenth or pay you or
Vato, what you say? What you say, Vato? Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that.
You still get rolled up.
And you better hold. You ain't got no PTO. It's over. Quiet for him. You ain't got no PTO. It's over. Quiet for him. Straight quiet. Oh, man. Got to be more careful.
Yeah.
So how did y'all spend the day yesterday?
Man, that was the best 15 minutes I ever had in my life.
Oh, yours last that long? You consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
It was over before it even got started.
Boy, I bust out laugh when I seen that post.
Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Got to be more careful. So what's on your mind this good Monday? What we discussing? What's the topic of discussion? Good Monday.
Father's Day. Father's Day. We're gonna keep it alive. We're gonna make that last a little bit. We're gonna make it last forever. Huh?
Okay.
Y'all don't know when to shout. See, man, I don't see. Turn to your neighbor. Nobody understands. Turn to your neighbor, man. You know what I'm saying? This turn around and realize that it's an everyday thing, man. We might not, we might not be glorified or glorified or recognized because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fuck shit. And we just so happen to be in the male category with the niggas doing the fuck shit. Even if we ain't doing it, we still in the same, the energy. There must be a lot of weight bringing down because of wrong direction, wrong direction, period. Direction can come in any angle, form, shape, matter, spirit, whatever. And some of them they fell in the trap of their music. You know what I'm saying? They fell in the trap of what they see is what they, and it's not what you, because they good at putting some stuff out there for us to mimic. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Tell them why you mad, brother. Tell them why you mad.
Don't give us nothing for us to mimic because we good. We only know how to do any of that because we are original anyway. Oh, let me talk to you, man. We original people anyway.
They
you
don't
shouldn't have to look at somebody else to find out that you're original. And you don't have to follow what that person doing unless you are learning. If you're not learning and you just with somebody, run.
I don't think they hear you though, man. I mean,
run as fast as you can and as far as you can. Run.
It's a lot of poisoning going on out here, man. A lot of poisoning.
We talking to him right now. I'm telling you how to run, so you can take it. See, this is where we at. You can take it in physical form and think physically all you want to, but we are fighting against principalities that we cannot see. Do y'all know the importance of that? You can't see it with your naked eye, but you can feel it in your soul.
All about principalities.
You got to put the pal and palities.
Principalities.
Yeah, palities.
Shout out to the YouTube fam coming in. Shelly Shells, what's happening? Terry Dow, what's going on, my brother? Shout out to the Facebook fam. God Lady Smooth V, what's going on with you? Quinn Shaw, what is happening? Grown Man Mondays, each and every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. What's happening? Well, now that we done got that out the way, yeah, man, it's a lot of poisoning going on in this world, man. Like, that's why, again,
man,
you're more likely to hear negativity in the news versus positive stuff. Well, I don't mess with that news like that, man. I really don't. Because life is hard enough as it is, just dealing with the day-to-day stuff. I don't want any extra stuff being added on into my mix, any additional negativity. So I leave it alone, man. I leave it alone.
I want to add a Lego piece to your build. It's not only that. It's frequency. Think about it. They say he looks to devour and destroy, right? So take it out of context, keep it in spirit, that stuff they show you, that's fear. You understand what I'm saying? When you watch it, if you don't feel something, you might be an NPC. You might be a non-player character. You might just here to be just to get on somebody's nerves. I mean, only you know what you're here for. And then if you don't know what you're here for, it's going to be a lot of people telling you what you're here for. And you could be the person that don't listen to it and apply it, or you could be the person that apply it. Topics, Reeby, that right now I'm going with the flow. Because last week, my Lord everything trying to mute me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not muted today. I'm live today. I'm live today.
All the way live, brother. Appreciate you being here.
Yes,
live.
I know all of y'all are live because I know some of the stuff I said in the beginning. It resonated with a lot of everybody.
That's why there was so many issues. Like you said, that was a good point that you made. There's always one of the three of us that always got something going on. You notice that? It's never like we come in, bam. It's always
every week.
Somebody mic ain't working, somebody camera ain't working. It's always something, man. But that's how you know
we're doing
when
the
you
same process we do every time we do it. Yeah.
exactly
You do
same
the same
exact process.
process, the same.
But here's the thing, though,
Yeah.
man. As you elevate, the turbulence gets rough. The air gets thinner as you elevate. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be met with
You hear that
opposition
creeping in the
as you
back?
go higher and higher and higher. That
You hear
don't
that
mean
creeping in
that
the
you stop elevating. And you know what's funny? I'm speaking to myself first and foremost before I speak to anybody else. So as you ascend,
Okay, keep talking. Keep
you're
talking.
as you ascend, you are bound to be met with opposition. People are only going to love you
Yeah.
where you are. But when you try to get out of what they want you to be and you try to go somewhere else, now it's an issue. Now it's beef. Now it's I don't like what you're doing. It was cool when I was doing what you wanted me to do, but when I want to do something that's to better myself or to do something that's going to have an impact, now it's a problem. Now it's an issue. That's how you know when you on the right track. When you're being met with opposition,
That's how you know.
that's how you know you on the right track. If everybody vibing with you, everybody vibing with you, I don't think you need to stay there long.
No, because your back your back ought to be vanished. Roots, lashes, whelps. That's what it's gonna look like. Holes in it. You're gonna have several holes in it because if they give you a compliment, you best believe them same hands they hugged you with, they stabbed you with too. You better know how to heal.
I don't think somebody didn't want to hear. Somebody didn't want to hear you say that, man. So you got to be careful what you're saying.
Learn how to heal. How to heal.
You have to be careful what you're saying.
You got to be in the right frequency to heal. Because if you're in the wrong frequency, trying to heal, you're gonna hurt somebody. You don't even have to put your hands on them. Let me say this again. You can hurt somebody.
You don't got to. You don't got to. Crazy thing is that physical wounds, they heal, but like the psychological, the mental, when people's pride get interrupted, that's when people really want to fight. When you hurt their pride, a lot of beef doesn't start because of anything physical. It's because somebody pride got hurt. You ever notice that?
And they don't know how to get chastised. They don't know how to be humiliated. It say dance through various trials. So you got to smile when you're being humiliated. You're being humiliated because you hit it.
Come on now, brother. You're saying something right there, man.
Yeah, you're humiliated because you did it. You was responsible. And you need to heal from that. And how do you heal from it? I'm going to just keep it like my daddy would keep it. I'm going to just say it what I've been saying for the past 72 hours. You got to tell yourself that you ain't shit. Or whatever the way you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Well, however, it's a lot of ways to say what I just said. That's why I don't like the English. That's why I don't like the English language, because it's 5 different ways to say one thing.
The same thing. What I'm
saying? And everybody's trying to find everybody's trying to find the articulate word to use to up one. You know what I'm saying? But it still means the same thing. I can say it plain Jane, just like what I said. Somebody's gonna say it with a tie on, with a little, what's that? I want to say 4x7. That ain't it. Frame. I really try to squeeze them numbers in there. I got to put a little humor in mine. I don't know what's the sign of a certificate. Yeah, but y'all know what I'm saying.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah.
But opposition is coming. And while we're on here talking, it's coming to me. It's coming in. I went to go get just a few, 47 minutes and 32 seconds ago, me and my daughter went to go get the family something to eat. Now, we go in there. I'm on the phone with my bank card people because something happened at 4 o'clock that I was unaware of. So I wanted to get that situation straight. In the midst of that, I got hung up on, y'all. I was telling them, well, let me get the funds out because I know it's going to take about 7 to 21 days for me to get the card back. At least let me get the funds off of it before you lock it. I'm in route. I'm in motion. I am actually doing it. And they froze my card anyway. So I had to call back and tell them why did they freeze my card. Now, while I'm on the phone waiting for them to call back, me and my daughter in the place getting the food, and I said, I want this. And the girl looked at me and said, what you want? And I said, ooh. I said, ooh, 2 times, just like I said. I said, hey, look, y'all. I said, ooh. And you know what she said? She said, sorry for having an attitude. I said, ooh, because y'all know why I said, ooh, because that ain't what I was saying. That's not what I was. Y'all got to understand. That's not what my mouth said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell y'all again. Because I'm going to give it to you raw. What's that? It's a movie with Petey Green. Petey Green, he some type of, yeah, I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut, man.
Raw and uncut.
I almost cussed your ass out.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so excited for myself to be like, ooh, and catch myself and tell her it's all right. Because whatever that was burning on the inside of me, I'm already on the phone, man, because somebody took something from me and I ain't tell them to. And then I'm trying to get that handled. They handling me. And I'm in the line trying to be cordial and I get hit with that. And the person told me, I'm sorry for having an attitude. So it's coming. If it ain't already came today, somebody probably can relate to what I'm saying. I want you to turn to your neighbor, which is in the chat room. And if you can relate to what I'm saying about something, it could have happened yesterday, before Father's Day, put some 9s in the chat. I like putting 9s in the chat for some reason because 9 is a beautiful number, by the way. And I like participation from the people that's watching. You throw them 9s in there if you know that you are a chosen one. Throw them 9s in there if you know you're a star child. Throw them 9s in there if you're a child of Christ. Put them 9s in there if you believe in yourself. Put them 9s in there if you breathing. You understand what I'm saying? And obedience sometimes can get you out of a lot of stuff too. Don't worry about the messenger. Obedience can get you out of a lot of situations. And you don't have to worry about the messenger telling you to see. We don't understand the deliverance and participating. It's rhythm, it's frequency, it's vibration, it's all that. It's all that, and it's like a form of electricity. It's like Raiden when he do his special move, and then electricity come out. People that's watching, please know how powerful you are. The pain, let it pain, but don't let it consume. Let it pain, don't let it consume, y'all. Let it pain, but don't let it consume you. It can hurt. Keep moving and keep brightening up other people. He said he was talking to himself. I'm telling myself to keep doing what I'm doing. Because I don't need nobody to tell me to keep doing what I'm doing because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing because I want to do it.
You know what, man? I just want to touch on a little bit of what you just said. It was good, yes, but somebody is not going to receive what you just said because of who you are. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like any like class or anything of the sort, but it's more so just they don't think that you can give a message like that. People sometimes they miss out on blessings because they don't like where it's coming from. But you don't know that God can use anybody to bless you, man. And when people start realizing that, then they be more receptive to, any message that's actually being given. But see, they looking at a brother like you, they like, oh nah, he's street, he hood-ish or whatever. He can't bless me with a word. And that's where people mess up at, man. They think just because you look a certain way or what have you,
yeah, because the strongest
you can't be used to be blessed, or because of the way you say certain things, it's no validity in it, and that's where people mess up, man. So we got to do better as people, man. Just to we don't ever want the focus to be on the messenger, but we want the focus to be on the message. And when people get out, when it comes to that, You know, they be all right. What is going on with Vato? His
They'll be
joint
all
must
right.
be crazy.
They'll be all right.
I see he chiming
Yeah.
in, but
Hey, he said he was gonna be in and out, so I'm gonna carry the weight for the Galvestonian. Me and my Galvestonian, I'm gonna put his weight on my dreads, and I'm gonna tie my dreads to the end of his ponytail, the little man bun he be wearing, and I'm gonna tie it to there. I'm gonna carry my boy. He listening. I know he listening.
I know you
I
listen.
know he hear. I know he listening, and I'm gonna give it to him. You know, with his
With
salad
that man
bowl
with the man
salad
bun,
dressing. Yeah,
extra saucy.
that's how we do that. That's how we
Extra
do it. So, Esco.
What's happening?
All right. How do you feel about Israel and Iran?
Um, I'm never. I don't. I understand why people fight. I understand. It's all about, again, pride. Fights don't start because people hurt people physically. They start because somebody pride is hurt, and then that's when they start swinging or throwing bombs and all that. So, in my opinion, and again, this is I don't have all the knowledge or all the facts, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I really feel like it just comes down to pride and power. Pride and power. That's basically
Yes.
it. Typically, any war is because of pride and power. Somebody feelings hurt. You said this, you did this, or and now I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get the get back. I gotta That's basically what it boils down to. And I'm not a fan of war. I'm really not. I understand why it has to happen sometimes, but I'm not a fan of it. I really ain't. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Point blank,
Yeah.
period. Now, at the end of the day, I, I ain't been saved all my life. So if you try to threaten me, you know, and I have to defend myself, that's different.
Yeah.
But
Fight or flight.
it's, yeah, fight right. You got to defend yourself, but
Yeah. PTSD. Yeah.
yeah,
PTSD.
yeah,
Yeah.
but uh, it's I really don't feel like war is ever, you know, people gotta die for a resolution to an issue. I don't like that. I don't like,
I ain't too
when they
fond of
go in
that.
the middle of the night and they throw bombs the throw bombs on people like in the middle of the night. I don't like any of that. I'm never gonna promote war. There's
Yeah.
no logic in it. Like Craig said, there's no logic in it. We do need Earth to survive for our children, but if you killing people just because your pride is hurt, that's whack. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And that's same thing like in the hood when somebody they have an argument, beef or whatever, and then they come back and they kill them simply because they didn't like what they said or what have you. That's whack. Ain't It's never been cool to me. I don't care what your favorite rapper's talking about, or that's never been cool. It's never been cool to me. So same thing with war, man. Same thing with war. I don't agree with war. I don't like war. I'm not naive to totally dismiss the reasoning for it, but even with the reasons, whatever they may be, I don't like it. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay. Y'all heard it. Y'all can also in the chat put how y'all feel about it because I want to wait a little. I want to let the air settle. I want to let the air breathe because I want to come out like a. All right, here you go. I can't hold it no more.
Yeah,
I
go
told you
on.
I was on. First of all, first of all, first of all, don't slide this. Don't slide this on me right in the midst of we fighting in our own land. You
Right.
We fighting on our own land, and you gave somebody permission to fight somewhere else on somebody else's land. So that's a lot of people you got to move around. You got to move around on your own land. Then you got to send people, because you got to get rid of sending people over there. That ain't supposed to stop today or tomorrow. Okay, they got all this. They got that trial that we was talking about for weeks with the famous guy. You understand what I'm saying? With him and what he was doing. We got the people. Then he come back. He want to have a birthday party, and they don't like him having a birthday party. And then we got that going on. Then he upset because ain't nobody come to his birthday party. And you just talking about P&P. You understand what I'm saying? The whole pride. You know what I'm saying? And power. You mad because the power you think you have, that ain't it, because you wasn't given that. You a good businessman, but you wasn't given the power to make people come together. That's why you in where you at, because the whole process was chaos. Come on, it's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. What to do? Chaos. And then when I cause chaos, I can control the power. While we sitting up here watching the finals, because I'm getting ready to put it on, watching the finals, the people that's paying attention to what they got going on with the trial with the young man, people with the fugitives that escaped, the one that they caught, the two that they didn't catch. Can I keep going, y'all? Can I keep going? You got floods happening over there. You got stuff happening all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We got people saying today is the last day. It's the end. We got people been telling us it's the end. Yeah, it's the end when you stop breathing. Okay? That's when it's the end. That's when it's the end of all this physical pain you can see with your eyes. That's when it's the end. But that means it's really the beginning. And if it's really the beginning, you need to get up off of and become a newborn baby and get up off of what they put in front of your face, because what they put in front of your face is not what you're supposed to be. But what's on the inside of you is what you're supposed to be. But you got people around you that is just clouding all that. And sometimes they design, and sometimes you put yourself in that situation. But if you find yourself to hold on to, which means love yourself, that's how you find yourself, is to love yourself. It's easy. It's not hard. It's hard. No, it's hard because you don't want to. That doesn't make sense to me. It's hard. Nothing's hard. You just don't want to do it. There's nothing hard. You just don't want to do it. Because you're afraid that you got to do something that you ain't used to doing. So that's why the fight is there.
But people fail to realize, to get something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. So, we can't be doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. And I don't want to be deemed insane. So if I want something different, I have to do something different. And
totally.
And again, those two P's, man, pride and power, man, it will. That pride, man, is like some of the pride can really, really take you out of here by just being prideful. When you have too much pride, and then it makes you do stuff that you right, and then it makes you do stuff that you probably wouldn't do otherwise. But I mean, I digress, brother, when it comes to that. I digress. But
y'all heard it live.
Or on the replay.
Y'all heard it live. And it was on Monday. It was on a Monday, a grown man Monday. A grown man Monday. I'm gonna keep saying it. Grown man Monday. We do grown man things, man.
That's right.
Shout out to my boy again, with your platform. I see your numbers growing. Y'all give him a round of applause for this growth. So I like to see growth. Growth makes growth. I am a competitor, so when I see growth, that makes you grow. And that's good. Yeah, thank you. I knew somebody had to clap. I do. I just ain't got hooked up because it's gonna sound like mosquitoes. It's gonna sound like mosquitoes and freezers. Mosquitoes and freezers. Why you laughing, man? You laughing hard too.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes and freezers.
Oh man, that's funny. And why I look like I got the glow down, like I'm in Last Dragon. But I'll say this about growth, man. You know, you have to be, you still have to remain humble when you are elevated. And again, that pride thing, like you can't be out here like, oh, look at me, because at the end of the day, what numbers don't lie, but they speak for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's not that, and the reason why I actually posted that was not to big myself up, but more so to encourage people like I'm just a regular dude originally from Brooklyn, New York, living in Norfolk, Virginia. I'm not anybody special. I don't have any esteem title or anything like that. So if I can be put in a position to do certain things, anybody can. You know, we gotta start getting back in a habit. And again, this is me, I'm preaching to the choir and I'm preaching to me first and foremost. You have to really start believing yourself, believing in what it is that you are purposed to do on this here life. It's okay if you don't know what that is, but once you figure it out, man, stick with it. And it's not, then it doesn't mean that it's gonna always be easy, man. Don't mean it's always gonna be easy. You gonna have opposition. You gonna have some times when you want to quit, when you don't want to get out of bed. But the moment that you push through those thoughts and continue anyhow, man, you got the power right there. Once you got that wherewithal, you're gonna go regardless of how you feel. If you go show up, even though you don't feel like showing up, that power right there, man. Can't nobody take that from you. Once you made up in your mind that you go do what it is that you are called to do, even though you might not necessarily feel like doing it, that's where your power is, man. So people, direct your energy towards pushing through anyhow. When it's something that you have been truly assigned to do, there's not going to be a man or woman that's going to stop it but you. You are the only person that can actually get in your way of doing whatever it is that you've been called to do.
Message.
Simply.
You the only one.
Yeah.
You the only one, girl. No,
that's it, man.
You the only one.
That's it.
You got the ball in your court, like what they used to say. Keep the ball in your court, son. Because I play basketball, so he used that analogy all the time. Keep the ball in your court. Can't let nobody take the ball from you. You're gonna get mad. And you don't want to foul him after you get mad. Ooh.
Let them
you don't want to foul him after you get mad.
Yeah, and make sure you make them free throws too.
Yeah, because if you get too many of them, you out the game.
Exactly.
You got to wait till the game start all over to another game.
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it.
Yeah. Basketball was like life, and I agree. Taught me a lot of things, but
it's a lot
to
of
each his own, man.
Yeah.
To each his own. Grown Man Mondays, man. Grown Man Mondays. We was on. If anybody that just tuned in, right now we was talking about what's going on in Iran and Israel, and then I was gonna get to the rise, of course, but I want to touch on why we still on the Israel, and do you think that's biblical? That's what I want to ask you. Do you think that's biblical, or do you think that was man-made?
Do I think Israel was man-made or the war?
The war is. Do you think the war is a sign? Do you think that's the sign that the Christians is waiting on? Do you think that's biblical? Do you think that's?
In my opinion, no, because I don't feel like war is God. I don't think God wants people to die. So no, I don't think that that's biblical. Now, what I will say that it is, a sign of, he did mention, like famines and like he did mention those kind of things. But as far as war, people dying for a certain agenda or what have you, no, I don't think that's biblical. I think that's man-made all day. Now, if there's anybody out there that want to challenge me on that or have a discussion on that, drop it in the chat. Let's talk about it.
That's what I want. I want to see if somebody. I want to see if we had anybody that feels like, oh, this is the sign. This is a sign. This is the many signs. This is the third trumpet. I wanted somebody to see if they was going to come, because that's what I was waiting on too. Because I wanted to see, because the prophecy got to be fulfilled. And something that really bothers me is, and this bothers me, and again, to each his own. But
yep. And remember, guys, this is strictly opinion based. Go ahead.
Strictly opinion based. I just feel that the being, for the prophecy, I think some of this stuff is done purposely because it has to be fulfilled, because it's been told to us for so long that it's going to be fulfilled. So it got to be. It's either something that's parallel or that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm. Now we got to be careful because people disguise themselves well. The devil knows the word of God too. So, he can disguise things to look a certain way and you fall right into it. So that's why you really gotta use a spirit of discernment. And you guys, listen, I it's never my intention to bring it super spiritual, but I gotta spit it the way that he gives it to me. So if you go rock with me. If not, that's why you have a choice. We are given a choice, but
free will.
Just because,
and you cannot violate it.
Cannot. Yeah, you know a little word.
Violate.
You know a little word.
Yeah,
but
cannot violate this free will. You cannot violate it.
Just because somebody got on something that's shiny doesn't mean that it's real. As a matter of fact, I would say that if it's too shiny, it's probably not. If it looks too good, more than likely it's not good. Anything that's too good or too easy typically is not good for you. My grandmother used to say that all the time. And I never understood why she always said it. She was referring to women. She's like, if it comes too easy, a lot of times it's not good. Or anything that you get that's just easy, a lot of times it's not good. By the sweat of your brow, you shall eat. Meaning you got to work hard for what it is that you are ultimately trying to achieve. So I don't feel like, things that look good or things that are like it's too easy, that it ain't right. Something ain't right with it. So
yeah, I do my best work when my back against the wall. That's just it. In basketball, the scouting report was, whatever y'all do not make number 44 mad. That was the scouting report. Do not make her mad. Yeah, I couldn't be stopped after that. I was determined, and I'm glad I had that drive as a young man to now, because now I might not be on the court with the basketball, you know what I'm saying, but I'm the trailblazer for, hey, it's time to get up. I'm gonna put this light on you because I know you're tired of being in the dark, and I appreciate you just as well as you appreciate me, but I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me, and if it benefits for you, then it means it was for us. Ooh. Oh man, that was bars. That was cold. That was cold. I could even did that in poetry form. Snap, huh? But I told y'all, man, I missed last week, man, and this is what I do. You hear me, Esco? This is what I do. You ought to see me at work, bro. You ought to see me at work. You ought to see me at work. Man, come on, man.
I've seen you in action. I know you're surgical with it. So
I love it, man. I love it. You're gonna laugh.
Yeah,
you gotta laugh. You gotta get that out of there.
Yeah, man. So I don't, when it comes to like if it's prophecy being fulfilled or what have you, I personally don't feel that that's the case, just because I don't feel like God wants people to, and I always bring it back to like people losing their lives in this manner. I don't think that's God in that. I don't think so. Now, when it's your time, it's your time. we all have an expiration date. You know, I hate to break news here on Grown Man
Yeah.
Mondays, but I'll do it.
But tell me,
We are all going to come up out of this body someday.
Yeah. Every night we do.
Yeah.
Every night we do.
So
we die every night.
And come back. But some of us die and don't come back.
Come on, man.
And that's going to happen.
They say he rose a dead man, Lazarus, huh? Man, stop playing.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Somebody need to be delivered and they playing in the chat. Somebody. I ain't talking about the ones that's participating because they know who they are. I'm talking about the ones who peeked in here and listen. I'm talking to you because I want you to come back later on because you was in there and you the one and you know that's why you coming there to get a little bit in. But do you know how powerful you be if you just let that cord stand there and you cut the power off to be charged? Come on, man. You got to cut the power off to get a full charge the way that it's supposed to be charged. You're not going to get a good of a charge if it's on already because there's all kinds of stuff running. You don't know it's running. Oh my God, you don't know it's running. You don't know it's running. The man just said everybody got a date. You know what I'm saying? That whatever is running, it's running. When it stops running, it's over. It's over for whatever you at right now. You probably go to the one that you was in the dream about. I'm trying to help somebody because you had a dream last night too. Somebody had a dream last night. Somebody had a dream that it felt so real. Yeah, come on now. Yeah. I know. They're going to come back later. I tell people all the time, I ain't talking to you right now. This for later on. This is a snack. Take it with you. Put it in the bag. Put some foil.
The sad part about that though is that they're not going to receive the message because of who's coming from, and that's the part that almost hurts me sometimes. Like people miss out on quality life gems.
But guess what? And on the other side of that coin, the people that I'm with, they love it because they don't want it from the person that they want it from me. They want it from people like they want that. That's my Bible. Reggie's my Bible. I ain't gonna read no Bible, but Reggie my Bible. Vato my Bible. Esco my
just like
Bible.
you.
They gonna tell me something. Yeah.
Just like when you be posting on positive videos, bro. Them positive, bro, and you know what I'm saying. You doing that for people to grow, not to show off or be like you just all goody two shoes. I want to
deliver somebody, man.
Most people think you're trying to be a goody two shoe and all that because you're trying to guide them to be right for themselves. So,
man, listen, you hit it on the head right there, Vato. Like listen, and that's why when I do my show on Sundays, I tell people I am an imperfect man. Just because I reference God, just because I talk about God, does not make me perfect. There's not one single human being on the earth that is perfect. We all got our mess, man. My mess is not your mess. Your mess is not mine. We all got our mess. But what my purpose is, what has been told to me, and from a spiritual aspect, is encourage people, uplift people. If something that I post can help one person, then I've done what I have been commissioned to do.
I set out to do.
You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, the goal is to reach as many people as possible. But if just one person listened to it and it was like, you know what, now I can think differently, or I could, see things differently just based upon what you posted, then it made it worth the effort of me putting it together. It made it worth the effort of all the hate that might go in the background. People try to stop what I got going on. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Real talk. This is gonna be some real rap. Do y'all know that a lot of the times when I am composing these videos that I'm battling something? Like I just today, or really yesterday, I was going through a whole bunch of stuff. But it's because of the fact that I do what I can. And again, it's not me puffing myself up, but this is just giving a little insight. I do what I can to try to lift somebody up a lot of times because I don't want people to go through what I went through. See, when you go through something, it's a lot of the times you take the blunt of the blows so that way people that come behind you don't have to. That's what I tell my kids all the time. I went through what I went through coming up so that way you don't have to. Now, whether they choose to do whatever, that's on them, but I tell them all the things that I had to go through coming up, but so that way you did not have to go through that. Yeah. So that's my motivation behind the videos, man. I appreciate you saying that about though, because like again, it's not like you said, it's not about me trying to I'm perfect or I, I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. So, but we still try to do things to help people along the way, man. That's the type of top I be on all the time. Period.
Yeah, that goes along with Kirk Franklin's speech at the BET Awards. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he a man of flesh, and he not perfect, and he not all the way Christian sometimes and stuff like that. But he try. You feel me? And most people want us to talk about our pain in the story of giving them a word to show our downfall when we really just uplifting what's really going on. It ain't about us sometimes. It's just about the spirit that's in us to reveal what's going on that we see with our own eyes that most people don't even want to talk about. Most people just want to shut down. So
that's why when when that stuff came out with him, when he had the disagreement with his son and he started cursing his son out and people wanted to shut him. Oh, you're supposed to be a man of God. You ain't supposed to talk like that or what have you. That was the most realest thing. Like that made me grow another a level of respect for him from afar because he came out. He says, "Look, if y'all thinking that I'm God, then y'all sadly mistaken." That's why I come. My rhetoric is not like that, but the way that y'all deliver certain things, some people are gonna gravitate towards that. If you speak if you speak in a language, some people are gonna gravitate towards that. Like, and that itself, you might be able to help somebody get delivered just being yourself. So that's why I always tell people, man, I'm not God, so you don't gotta put on for me. Be you. Be you every day of the week. That's why I don't have a problem coming on. Somebody was like, "Oh, they cuss a lot." Or okay, people curse all the time. But that's why you have to listen to the message and not be so focused on the messenger, man. You miss a lot of good stuff because you're so high and mighty that you miss out on good stuff, man. So I respect that, man. He came out, I was like, look, I ain't perfect. And if you thought I was perfect, then you was wrong. I developed another level of respect for that, man, for that.
Yeah. And if I add on.
He hit everything. I ain't a good father, all that. So he showed what y'all sit there and ridiculed him for and let you know. I understand, and I understand my wrong, so I can speak on it. And that's just showing people they should be able to do that with their own wrongs.
Yeah, you so worried about what that man got going on. What about all the stuff you do behind closed doors? But see, we're not ready. But they people don't be ready for that conversation. So whatever.
People not ready for a lot of stuff. Let's go.
And
they're not ready for a lot of stuff because if a curse word to keep you out of heaven, then I don't know what forgiveness is.
Oh man.
And God he said jackass, and the last time I checked, those are on the same list as cuss words. So you can't tell me what's a good sin or a bad sin or what sin is heavier than the other one.
Not supposed to, but people do it every day.
In my world, there is no such thing as wrong and right. I made a decision, and whatever I've done, I made the decision to do it. Yeah. If they deem it wrong, if it's on the rules, if I broke the rules, I broke the rules. If I broke the law, I broke the law. All of it above, I'm not going to throw away none of that. But that goes to how you're living. That's why they say you are. I made you in our image. He didn't say my image. He said our image. So you made it in the image. So whatever you're doing, that means that, okay, let's be real about it. If we're going to go there, we're going to go there. But we got to be real about it. That's why I love to be around the ones who cuss or whatever because they real about it. I like people who smoke cigarettes in a video because they real about it, not because I think it's cool and that's gangster. I gives two cares about what's gangster. But if it's genuine, I'm all in. I don't care if it look like a thug or rapper. That might be the best message I ever got from that dope fiend.
Yep.
From that dope fiend. What's the difference between a man with a lot of money and a dope fiend? There is no difference because both of them are going to die. There's no difference.
And
so stop. We got to be transparent. We got to be transparent. We got to see through all the stuff that you don't like about yourself that you see in somebody else.
Yep.
Because I'm a human being, and human beings, here it come. Y'all get ready to cover your ears. Human beings ain't shit. They not. Let's just be real. Come on, we can read stories upon story. I don't want to read a story. You know why I don't want to read a story? Because I'm not holding myself accountable when I read a story. God, dog, they missed that. Yeah. I'm not holding myself accountable if I'm reading a story. I'd rather be holding myself accountable than read somebody else's story. I want to hold myself accountable.
They missing that, brother. I want
somebody to hold me accountable. I don't want to be around somebody that's not holding me accountable.
Yeah, we don't need yes men. I don't want yes men. Tell me when I'm wilding out. Please do.
English language is not even real, people. It's not real. It was the last language made up. Our ancestors was not talking. They was not speaking in English. So why we bent up on what somebody's saying right now? Stop. Stop. We got to be newborn babies, man. This ain't even our native tongue. They use sounds. They use rhythms. They use they use frequency. They use everything that this world was built upon. And we so worried about what we made up to sound that we think it fits us. Oh, I'm sophisticated. I don't cuss at all. I cuss. I don't cuss. Boy, that's why we losing. Because we're too busy worrying about that. Jesus wouldn't. Jesus say, hey, come here. Pick them rocks up. Now, who throw the first stone? Somebody. Can anybody? Nobody can't?
Okay. Nope, because we all live in glass houses, so we can't throw no stones.
Can't do it. Can't even pick it up.
But, you know.
Can't even pick up the rock.
They think their glass is made of something different, but it's all the same glass. It's go shatter.
But when you're anointed, those same stones, see, he'll give them to you. So I'm supposed to go to another store. I'm supposed to go to another one. Esco, you know where I'm going. See, these other stones, the same stones, they was precious stones. And those stones that he told them, see, y'all thought that it was that slingshot that done it. No, it wasn't a slingshot. Because before all that activity, he made them go pick up them stones. And that man was obedient to pick up them stones. He didn't say, what the hell I'm going to do with them stones? What the hell I'm going to do with this message that this man is giving me that I anointed this man to give? Woo!
See? But, again, somebody not going to receive what you're saying. And that's sad. But, like you said, on the flip, like let's flip that into a positive. Somebody is going to receive it because it's coming from you.
Yes. And so, I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I love it all, though. And look, hey, y'all, I love change, so I ain't ignorant. I love change. I like being, I like, yeah, I don't, anyway. I love y'all. I do. Just how you got to say it. Good night. Y'all seen that thing they're doing? The grown men calling each other, talking about some good night. That's what every father should have done on Father's Day, man. Told your partner, man, good night, man. Good night, Vato. Vato ain't heaven. Good night, Vato. Man, stop talking to me like that, man.
He gonna cuss you out for real. You keep on.
You gonna call my phone, huh?
Yeah, what you say there, boy?
Now my cousin did that on me. He called me talking about. I said, "What's up?" You know, like, I'll just call and tell you good night. I was like, "All right, fam, good night." I mean, he was my cousin, so it didn't come off like that. Like, you know, it made me worry a little bit, though. You know, because that's how you love your family. Like, you just call me out the blue like that, and I'm in the bed asleep. and you hit me up like that, I'll just call and tell you good night, man. Either it's two things. Either you got something going on that you finna harm yourself, or you feel me, or you didn't did something you weren't supposed to, and you just giving me a hint if I don't see you. So, that's how I took that.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Pause.
Was it sentimental? Vato? It was sentimental.
I mean, he said it. He said it with a soft voice. So
yeah, that's why it was sentimental. He was sweet. He said it to make like you said it was concerning. He said, "I just want to call and say good night." He said it's soft.
Say good night.
Tell you good night.
Oh man,
I ain't gonna do that tonight though. I ain't gonna do it. I might do it later on this week. Yeah. Tell the man good night. Good night, man.
Vato, what's the word? Drop us a bar, because I ain't got no bar from you tonight. Drop us a bar tonight. What you got for us?
Oh, they supposed to beat the brakes off in there.
All I gotta say is, you just do you, cause I'ma do me. Hey.
Hey.
Period.
Real quick, who everybody going for? Thunder up or the Pacers?
I don't care about that.
I'm going for the Thunders because them hoes winning right now, 29-16.
Yeah, 29-19.
29-20. Some shit like that.
I ain't watched not 1 minute of that series.
Oh, not one. Come on, now. Not one.
Not 1 minute. I have not watched not one game. And that's not like me.
Indiana close.
Close to where?
Indiana close to over there. Where you at?
They ain't close enough. They need to stay over there.
They're not close enough. They're not gonna cut it.
They close enough.
You say they're not gonna cut it.
They ain't close enough.
I tried.
Yeah, you did.
My partner got me watching Indiana though. I lived in Oklahoma City. I live right down the street from that stadium they playing at. I sure did. Shout out to Oklahoma and all the Oklahoma fans out there, man. I hope y'all win that championship. I do. I hope y'all lose. They're gonna beat my team.
It ain't even about. I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about that, man. I'm still a little salty, so
Oh man. Well, it's okay. My team, you laughing, man. Your team made it further than mine. That's something to see. That's something to see. Look, that's something to be happy about.
Yeah, but I just don't know what we doing, man. Like I don't even know why we fired our coach. Like we was too.
It was nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. It was y'all center.
We was 6 wins away from winning. I don't understand why we fired our coach.
They fired the coach because they listened to the trashiest person on the team to get rid of him that got him there. But this the question. Hold on. You gonna tell me that you don't like somebody that got you there? It ain't his fault you didn't win. It's the fault that you didn't win. He did his part. He got you all the way there with his coaching. So who cares what he said? So they right now got a foot up their own ass because no other teams are allowing them to talk to no coaches. So they're on a deadlock, to be honest.
Wow.
You might as well go get Steve Van Gundy.
You put Mark Jackson back in the dough.
I'd rather Mark Jackson. That's a good one. I'd rather. Yeah,
it's a good hire, but they're not good. I'm gonna tell you why. For one, he been out of coaching like 10 years. Maybe more than that. He ain't been coaching in a while. They're not gonna hire him.
He still got it. That mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, he need to stay doing what he doing. But then they're not gonna hire him. I can see them. They're probably go an assistant like on a team or something like that. It ain't gonna be nobody that we've heard of. It ain't gonna be.
They need to go hire him because he's the reason Klay Thompson who he is. He built Klay Thompson. He built them up like that before Steve Kerr got there. So he still got it in him. I believe in it.
Oh yeah.
Shit, ain't even my squad.
Yeah, but remember though, that was like 15 years ago. I mean, I agree with you. He built them boys up, but the game is different now. It's not the same game. So I mean, I wouldn't mind the hire, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
You'll see though. They supposed to be interviewing Mike Brown and somebody else. I heard today.
Did Mike Brown coach him before?
He got fired from Sacramento. Like the first month of the
I'm thinking of another black guy.
Yeah. He's a decent coach. I don't think he won anything, but I mean, he kind of built LeBron to kind of get him where he was at before he left Cleveland. So, yeah, the first time. Yeah, we gonna see though. We'll see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
Brothers, we had about an hour. We got any parting shots?
Shout out to all the fathers again. Shout out to y'all, man. Big old shout out to y'all. Shout out to Mr. Washington, Wayne's World, Garage Talk. Shout out to Gals Podcast. Shout out to all of the KSBM followers out there. Acronym for Come See About Me, KSBM. If you ever want to Google it, you can. A lot of stuff gonna come up. Shout out to Vato, shout out to Esco, shout out to the whole platform, shout out to everybody that's out there, man. That's what I want to do. Shout out to my mama for making that cake that she told me I could have half of, and I ate it in a day and a half. Shout out to my mama, because that cake was good.
You'll run your sugar up, mess around with that daggone cake.
It's too late. I drank some water. I drink Oka water in the morning.
Oh, man. My parting shot is just shout out to everybody that was in the chat on Facebook, YouTube. I saw a couple kick messages in there. Shout out to my brothers, Come See About Me and Vato, for being authentically themselves each and every week. I appreciate y'all brothers, man, for letting me in on y'all little get up, you know what I'm saying? And we go keep rocking this thing out. For sure. Just shout out to everybody that's loving and fighting. Shout out to everybody who's being authentically themselves, standing on business. Even though people try to beat them. Shout out to y'all, man. That's all I got.
Shout out to everybody that's trying. You gonna get there. That's all I got. You gonna get there.
You're gonna get there.
Wherever it is.
Wherever you're trying to go. Or I'll say it this way. Wherever it's destined to go, you go get there. That's it. That's all.
All right. Well, fellas. See y'all next Monday, man, and y'all have a good one.
I holla. Peace.
Tired of doing the same thing. Let's get this straight. I gotta say, we not have-nots. My time, don't waste. Tattoos, goatee, they don't mean a thing to me. You ain't no judge, so don't judge me. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing. I don't know nothing. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing. I don't know nothing else. Business, I take care of that damn. Else it was spills, I don't like that damn. No hustle, it's very sour. Mojo hustle, Austin Powers, bring it in by the hour. I ain't fucking with these grams. I distribute it. I ain't hustling for an outfit. She ain't my type, she ain't gonna fit. Majority of these niggas are counterfeit. Right, stay on top of it. Survived off these eggs and grits. Thankful, some ain't have shit. That's relevant. So I count my blessing. Pray more than less stressing. Heading in the right direction. Stand up when the devil tests me.